Okay, so I'm going to go over how to use a CSV file to import a massive list of contacts and pre-assign them all breakout rooms for Zoom meetings so you don't have to spend all that time doing it when you begin your meeting. So the first thing you need to do is just go to the Duquesne Zoom sign-in page, or just go right to your Zoom account if you have it bookmarked or something, and just log in. So you're looking at your Zoom profile. And on the left of your Zoom profile, where you have all your options, you're going to select Meetings. And then on the right of that, Schedule a meeting. And once you're at this point, I am more than happy to go over meeting scheduling and reoccurrent meetings and like all of the incredible options that exist on Zoom, but I don't know how much you do and how much Amanda does, so for the sake of this, I'm just going to go over the CSV file portion, but I'm honestly happy to go over anything and everything. So I'm going to scroll down here, now that I'm on the meetings page, to meeting options. And once I'm at meeting options, I'll see these 5 checkboxes on the right, and this middle one is breakout room pre-assign. And I'm going to go ahead and select breakout room pre-assign, which is going to generate these 2 different options. So the one on the left is just going to create rooms where I can manually enter people's emails, and this is great if you have just like maybe 4 or 5 people coming in. You can just quickly type them in and you're off to the races. But if you are going to have a large amount of people joining, it's easier to use a CSV file. So you are going to click Import from CSV. And when you click Import, it's going to generate this pop-up window for you. Import rooms and participants from CSV file. So what you're going to do is there is click to download the template. You're going to go ahead and click that. You're going to click download. And you can either save this file, in which case it will go to your downloads folder or your temp folder, and you can open it from there, or you can just open it right away, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to open it, and it'll open with Excel. And I'll just wait for it to open. And once it opens, you're just going to see a small amount of information crammed over here in the top left corner. So the first thing I'm going to do, just for ease of use, is between the columns A and B, and then B and C, I'm going to click and drag to the right to expand the column, just so I can more easily see everything, and I'm going to do the same thing with B and C. Now, I have currently a total of 6 rooms with 2 slots for each room. So 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s. And let's say that for an imaginary class I'm running, I have 20 participants. So for these 20 participants, I want to have 20 total slots, but only in 5 rooms. So I want 4 students per room. So what I'm going to do then is in room 1, this top left room 1, I'm going to click on that cell, so it's now selected with the green selection around it. And at the bottom right of that cell, I'm going to hover my mouse until I see a little black plus sign. And then I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to drag it down to encapsulate a total of 5 cells. And you can actually see on the bottom right of the plus icon now, as I drag it down, it changes the room number. So now it's going all the way up to room 12, room 15, blah, blah, blah. All this is doing is when I let this go, it's going to automatically generate that many rooms. So I only want up to 5 rooms, so I'm going to let it go there, and then it's automatically made 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for me. And then I'm just going to highlight this final room 3 on the bottom here and hit my delete key because I don't need that. And so now I currently have 5 rooms, but I need to get that all the way up to 20. So all I'm going to do there is highlight, I'm going to left click on room 1 and drag it down all the way to 5, so these are all highlighted, and then you can either Windows or Mac Control-C or Command-C, or just use copy up here to copy it, and then click on the cell below, paste it once, twice, and 3 times. So now you have a total of 20 room slots. So these 20 room slots, though, are all out of order, which is kind of inconvenient. So then what you do is you can either click on room 1 or this bottom 5, click it, and then drag up, so you are now selecting all of them. And once you have all of them selected, you go over here to the top right, and you're going to see A to Z sort and filter. So you're going to click this, and you're going to click Sort A to Z. And sorting A to Z will and if you have a, I just reinstalled Windows, so I haven't used this a lot. If you have a warning that comes up, all you need to do is click Continue with the current selection, Expand the selection is referring to this information on the column B, but that's not relevant to your sorting. So just go ahead and continue with the current selection and click sort. And when you do that, you'll notice that now it goes 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and they're all actually ordered now. And all you have to do at this point is import all your email addresses. So hopefully these are in either an Excel document or a Word document or a notepad, really, I mean a PowerPoint slide, anywhere that they are listed, as long as they are in a list that kind of looks like this or like this, just a nice vertical list with enters in between it, will be completely fine and simple to import here. If you don't have it like that and you just have a giant mass of names, you can send it to me and I can order them like that for you, so it's easy to import. But once you have that list of names, then all you have to do is delete the test emails that they have here for you, and literally click in this top empty box now next to room 1 and paste. And so now you have all these pasted and they each correspond to a room. And of course you can move them if you want certain people in certain rooms. You can manually place them, or you can just import the entire list, and now we have 4 people in each of the 5 rooms. And so it's really simple to put all the names in there once you have a list of those email addresses. And so let's say that this is done. I'm happy with the rooms they're in. I've made 20 rooms, 4 people in each, and these are all their emails. This is just a bunch of random emails I made up, mostly Sesame Street character names. And so I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to Save As. And when I do Save As, I want to make sure that I am this bottom row, I am saving it as a CSV file. So this defaulted to a CSV file, which it may do, but if it doesn't, you use a drop-down menu and you hunt for the one that says CSV.csv. And I'm just going to go ahead and change where this is saved so I can get to it easily, but wherever it is saved to you is fine. Okay, so now I have made this file after I downloaded and edited their template, and I've saved it, and so I want to go back to Zoom. We go back here, and now I want to import that file I just made. So I'm going to browse and look for the file, and here it is right here. I just named it 2, and I'm going to open it. And you can see immediately when you open it, it now has my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms, in each with 4 people in them, and if I go to the different rooms, I can see that they each have those 5 participants. So, you know, one has Bert, Ernie, and Elmo, and Big Bird and Cookie Monster in here. And you can also change the names of the rooms, but I just have them as 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. And then once you're at this point, you're essentially done. So you have a total of 5 rooms with 20 participants total, and each has 4 in them. And so you can go ahead and save that. And so now what happens, if you were to launch this meeting and those individuals would join in, they would all be pre-assigned to those breakout rooms when you would start one. The problem here is, though, that you will notice in the list I made, these people all have duq.edu email addresses. So if people are signing in from the Zoom account that is linked to their email, they need to sign in from the Zoom account that's linked to their email, or else this will not work. If you put everyone in here, but then they just randomly join the meeting using those last 7 digits of the Zoom URL, like from their phone or from a random laptop or a computer, without signing in through their email first, this won't be able to pick them up, and they will not get pre-assigned to the meeting. So that is essentially it with importing the CSV file. Now you would just go through and set up the meeting however you wanted and do everything like that. It's totally fine. But those are the basics. And if you need any other instructional stuff or want me to go over anything else, I'm more than happy to. But I just wanted to make something that wasn't too long-winded on strictly CSV files.